Thank you for joining us today. If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Kelly, who works for Dartmouth Pharmaceutical. She is discussing Elon hair thinning system. We can get your hair back to an earlier state, in your 20s maybe, if your hair is thinning now. So we were discussing how women identify with their hair, and tell us why you think it's taboo to talk about women who have thinning hair, but not necessarily men who have thinning hair.
Sure. And men, you know, it's funny. When they lose their hair, it's looked at as they're wiser and mature.
Right.
It's not so much the case for us women. We like to go to the salon and feel like we are getting, you know, a makeover and coming out of the salon looking good. We like our hair, you know, we were born with it, we've always had it. So when we don't have it anymore, or, you know, we feel like we're losing it from thinning, we don't like that.
Right. Why do we not talk about it? I mean, I know there's people out there who are losing their hair, who have thin hair, but they don't necessarily want to talk about it even with their friends or acknowledge that it's even happening.
Well, I think a lot of women are competitive, number one.
Right.
So you don't want to point out problems with yourself usually. And number two, a lot of people just don't think, you know, they think I'm the only one with this problem. No one else has it. And they don't realize that it's a problem among millions of men and women.
And tell me, do you think that women would use this product, or women are tending to use products to get back to an earlier state as opposed to maybe going to wigs if they're really thinning or if they're becoming bald? Yeah.
Well, I mean, someone who's going through chemotherapy, they may have to rely on the wigs. You know, what's nice about our product is once they're post-chemo, or as I mentioned, patients with alopecia areata, patients that are having thyroid problems, or patients that are just starting to lose their hair, you know, they can turn to products because they will help to get their hair back to where they used to like it, you know, if they catch that early enough.
Now, does the hair grow faster?
Well, it's not necessarily growing faster because it's Miracle-Gro or anything like that.
Right.
But what it is it's getting your hair back to its healthy rate.
And so if your healthy rate, if it was growing faster than it does now just because it was healthier, then it may grow faster, but it's not going to just, I mean, I know you've said several times that it's not, you know, going to miraculously grow overnight, but does it tend to grow at a faster rate?
It will, because it's growing at a healthier rate. When you're at a damaged rate, your hair is not growing as healthy as it should be. And I always kind of compare it to like a tomato plant. When you give a tomato plant sunlight and water, it's going to produce a lot of tomatoes.
Right.
When you don't, it's going to go into a dormant phase. And that's the same way the hair works as well.
Okay. So it's not going to, but if your hair, even in a healthy state, wasn't growing very fast, you're not, like you said before, you can't get it back where it wasn't to begin with.
We're not a miracle worker in the sense that we can get you back to a state that you were never at. We can't make you look like Jennifer Aniston if you weren't her.
That's a good, everyone can relate to that one right there, right?
We'd like to, but no, it'll get you back to your healthiest point, but we can't make you someone that you never were.
So tell us about any other products that the viewers may be interested in that Dartmouth Pharmaceuticals are involved with.
Well, the thinning hair system basically covers your shampoo and your conditioner, which are your daily products that you're going to use. As I mentioned before, you know, they're ultra mild formulas with sulfate-free and low pH levels with those added proteins to help so that, you know, we're giving you an immediate result as far as the health and the look and the shine of the hair that's presently there.
So, well, sulfate-free, what does that mean to people?
No salts. It also means that it's not stripping. Sulfates are very damaging. If you color treat your hair, your stylist should have already warned you not to use anything with sulfates. It's just a harsh chemical that's a cheap chemical, which is why you find it in a lot of products.
And so if you go to the list of components in the shampoo that you're buying, if there's any sulfate, anything, don't get it.
In the ingredients, every manufacturer has to tell you every ingredient in your product. And you can simply look at the back of any shampoo or conditioner and see if there's sulfates right there. And it has to be listed.
And that's what strips your hair. So if you're getting it colored and you're using a shampoo with sulfate in it, that means your color's fading a lot faster?
It's fading faster than it should because the sulfates are stripping that color more so than using a product that would not.
Right. Okay, and then so the shampoo, conditioner.
And then also the thinning hair system incorporates our supplement as well, which has the biotin, L-cysteine, and silica, which are basically the 3 key building blocks to healthy hair as well as nails. Believe it or not, even though it's called the thinning hair system, it'll help your nails as well.
Wow.
And the reason is because your hair and your nails are made up of the same components, which is why those are the 2 places your body goes to get those nutrients. It's not getting otherwise. And at the higher level that's in our thinning hair system, it'll actually help both. Just realize you're on 2 different time frames where the hair you're going to see some results within the 4 to 6 months, and the nails are going to take that 6 months to grow out.
The full 6 months for the nails?
Yes.
So are they going to grow, how are the nails different than the hair? I mean, are they going to grow stronger and longer, or if you've never had great nails to begin with, you're not going to start having great nails now?
No, what it will do is it will help to provide the nutrients necessary so that if you have a problem with splitting, peeling, cracking, it'll even help reduce ridges, although that is a longer process. Usually ridges take about a year to completely dissipate, but it will help to alleviate those problems as well. And just like with the thinning hair, you know, it's usually something that you mentioned to the doctor on the way out, but wasn't your, you know, primary reason for going in.
And so what would you like people out there to know about Elon, Dartmouth?
Yep. I mean, ask your dermatologist. The dermatologists all know our products. That's how most people find out about us, and we are doctor-backed. That's how a lot of the products are actually formulated, is we work with a leading group of dermatologists to develop the formulas. And we have a few unique products. We don't have a whole Paul Mitchell line of 5 million things. But what's nice is that we focused on some very unique products. We have an herbal foot cream for diabetic patients.
Wow. We
have a barrier cream for a lot of nurses, students, hairdressers, anyone who has their hands on a lot of water chemicals. You know, it helps to act as an invisible glove for 2 to 3 hours. We also have a cream for eczema. So there's quite a few products that we have for specific problems that people have, and that's really what we try to do, is we try to see where is there a need, where is there a problem, how can we create a solution, and that's how we develop the line of nail, skin, and hair care products that we offer.
And tell us why before and after. I know some people out there may want a before and after picture so they can actually see the results before they purchase a product. Tell us why before and after products aren't really good.
You never know with before and afters how everything was skewed. And we get this question a lot at medical meetings that we do as far as, you know, before and after shots. Yes, we could spend a whole lot of money getting these clinical studies, quote unquote. Our products would be 10 times the price that they are.
Right.
The reason why they're affordable is because we've worked with dermatologists who have done their own private studies, as well as our customers who have told us that it's worked for them. And we've taken what the industry considers the standard and what's worked for them and gone with that. I mean, we've done our own inside studies that shows that these products worked. But technically there are no quote-unquote clinical studies because, like I said, we could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on those studies and the products would be, so they'd be prescription prices.
So if somebody wants hardcore evidence, can they contact you and you can give them the name of a dermatologist who actually has seen the results?
Well, what people can do is actually, with the internet, it's made the world a better place because you can actually research our vitamins and the ingredients in our vitamins, the biotin, L-cysteine, and silica, and see that there are many studies on those ingredients that help. And what we've done is we've just basically taken those individual components that there are many studies that show that it helps with the hair and the nails and put it all into one product to give even better results than using them separately. But the best thing is really ask your dermatologist. They're going to be the best ones to specifically tell you the problem that you're incurring and how to best treat it.
Thank you for joining me today, Kelly.
Thank you, Jessica.
Oh, before we leave, tell us the website they can go to.
Oh, it's www.ilovemynails.com.
That's easy enough to remember. Thank you for joining us today on Jessica. If you have any questions, you can email me at jessica@jessicarector.com, or I'm sure you can go to ilovemynails.com and get all the information you need to know about Dartmouth or the Elon thinning hair system. We'll see you next time on Jessica.